Hello, class. My name is Juan Mercado. Um, this assignment will be based on my organizational change plan. As most of you know that have been in my class, we've been in class together. I own a small business here in Southern California called Semco Strength Equipment, where we have a total of 11 employees, including myself. The company was founded in 2010. And in 2015, the board members decided that in approximately 3 years, we would relocate our business to Plano, Texas. Currently, the board members include the president, vice president, and chief operations manager. President being myself, VP being my father, chief operations manager being my brother. All of us are responsible for our own company tasks, decision making of the company, and we will all eventually relocate 100% to Plano, Texas. So my organizational plan is to make the transition as smooth as possible. I will be sponsoring this project and help leading the way as we make this transition to Plano, Texas. Our objectives are to be able to have a smooth transition within the organization and continue our day-to-day business in Texas and California while we are relocating 100% to Texas. Um, the corporation is divided into groups based on positions. So we have executives, which we are all on a name badge basis there, but legally we'd have the executives, production, sales team. Production would include anybody who's working the floor or who handles logistics or any of the day-to-day operations that include inventory coming in, inventory coming out, setting up shipments, things of that nature. Each of their group members has different needs and wants and how they want to go about things. So the culture of our organization is to create a feel of unity during this move, since about half of our employees will be relocating with us and the other half will not. We need to make sure that all of our employees feel and know that we value their work and that we are with them 100% until we fully relocate, and have the people who are staying in California and not relocating know that we appreciate them and that we are able to continue uh, following through with our promises of employing them until the time has come where we fully close our operations in California. Um, Within our organizational plan, we will create two teams that will be responsible for the move. Um, Group one will be the operations team in California, which would include sales and production and management. So we've decided that the management, production, and sales team that is not moving um, to Texas would be group one, and group two would be the sales team, production, and management team that is moving to Texas. Since from group one, our management member, which will be my father, will still be relocating. He will be the one that will be fulfilling the time here until it is our last day here in California as a company and corporation. The division of both teams will help us change our current situation with culture. So, for example, we'll be able to create a unification with our team here in California and with our team in Texas. And we believe that it would help maintain strength, as we know some people who will be moving to a completely different atmosphere will need help from one another, and they will be able to build and help us build the business more successfully. And we've decided to do it this way so we could have the people who are moving be able to grow the business, be able to grow with the community, and the people who are staying feel that they still are a part of the team and they have helped us accomplish what the next goal is of our company. Some of the roles and positions will continue to be the same. It's just that for each individual, they will be responsible for a new territory. So salespeople who are staying in California will be in charge of purchase orders and things that come into California, and people in Texas, same thing. So associates will have a bit of fewer of a bit of more responsibilities, but they'll be clear exactly what their duties are. So we will try to split up as much as we can. Purchase orders, depending on logistics reasons and where they come in, production teams and sales teams from each area will either be responsible for an order that's closer to where they're at, or if that purchase order came to the California location, they will be responsible for fulfilling that order as well. So we will need to be in constant communication. We will be able to use things as Zoom, conference calls, Skype, and other things that we do to cover day-to-day communications. We can easily lose track of communication if these methods were not available to us to continue communicating and help each other in growing the business. The rationale for the change, one of the main reasons we want to relocate is because Texas is a business friendly state. The cost of doing business in California is 30% higher. The cost of living is also 30% higher. So we want to lower expenses and make our lifestyles a little bit easier, not just for executives but for everyone in our team that moves. The opportunities are great. We've explored the territory. We know where our advantages will be, where our disadvantages will be. So it's going to be the executive's responsibility to be able to explain this to the people who actually have decided they will move with the business, because as of now, Texas offers a way bigger opportunity than living here in California. Some of the problems we may face is the resistance from the associates who are staying here in California. You know, they might feel that we maybe aren't inputting as much capital, maybe as much attention for them to succeed. So one of our main focuses is to be able to extend the length of work period that we will have in California, promising them at least 1 year full of employment until the last day when we decide we will completely shut down the operations and the corporation that was established here in California. Another issue that may arise is that maybe team members might not stick with the program. So in that case, in California, if we have a sales team or a production member who found another opportunity or decided to go on another route, that could be one of the disadvantages of this move. But we do plan to pay and compensate employees who decide to stick out for the full run. Maybe we've been thinking exactly of what a percentage bonus would be that would influence and help the employees, motivate the employees to stay and stick it out for the rest of the year. That way we aren't stuck with less employees here in the state of California. Our organizational change plan and structure will be presented to our associates in our team, and then we will go into a one-on-one. So all executives, we've discussed this with the team already, but we will be able to discuss this in full detail coming up till September of 2018. We believe that, before we start initiating the move, even though they are aware, we will start laying out the plan as of that day. So we will tell our team members we will need to begin with the process, and we will tell them the structure of what we're going to do. And after we do that as a team, we will sit down with the team members one-on-one and explain to them the advantages, the disadvantages, and listen to their feedback. So we are able to be working together on the same page, and that way they know what their new responsibilities will be as team members and as part of the production team. Our implementation of the plan will start, like I stated, in September of 2018, which we do plan to finish by September 2019. So one of the first steps that we will do is meet with all executives to observe and execute the plan. That would be CEO, myself, Chief Operating Officer, my father, VP, my brother, and senior sales teams, which would be the senior sales member from California and from Texas. And we plan to do this in September 2018. So we will all be in agreement into how we will execute the plan, and we will listen to feedback from all the top associates and executives After that, we plan to meet with associates and present them our plan, like I stated earlier. And this would be strictly with the California sales team and production team, and the Texas, California, and production team as well. Um, Once we do all these things and we begin to split up the operations, we believe that our workload will be a lot less um, than if we just move completely to Texas. So dividing the workload and the responsibilities will help us manage production and purchase orders coming in a lot better than if we were to just go ahead and close up and move. There needs to be at least 4 to 5 months of us being able to hold the fort in Texas and reestablish ourselves as a company, as well as establishing the way sales come in, the way production works, the way logistics works, and all the things of that nature. We will have some ethical dilemmas. Some of the dilemmas will be that maybe our associates feel, for commission purposes, that more purchase orders are going to Texas than they are to California, and this can be a problem if they're commission based associates. So we'll need to find ways to show that we value our California employees as well, even though they will not be relocating. Additional incentives to meet sales goals and things of that nature will help us be able to move forward in producing a better result in this organizational change plan that we have. Overall, meetings with associates during this entire time will happen twice a week via calls, and that way we are always on the same page. We feel that the division of two teams can create an issue if we do not keep our goals intact and we keep communication within the sales team. So that way we all know we're on the same page and there's no misunderstandings between California and Texas companies. Even though they'll be the same companies, but they will not be under the same roof. And California will eventually close down. So as executives, the three of us, CEO, VP, and COO, will be responsible for evaluation of employees in California and in Texas, and making sure that they're effective and fulfilling their work and job descriptions and responsibilities while we are in California and while we relocate to Texas. We feel that the move to Texas will help associates and executives gain stronger avenues, be able to input more capital into the business, be able to reduce the cost of doing business, as well as the cost of living, which we feel that if our employees are happy and comfortable in their setting, they will be able to produce and invest more time and work into growing the company and helping us grow. Transition will show benefits, and I think that after 6 months of our relocation, when we begin to downsize our California operation, you will begin to see the gain and the advantages of cutting cost, with the biggest expense, which is cost of living and the amount that the company is investing into keeping the business open, with real estate prices and importing and logistics costs. This will help us be more successful and create a higher profitability margin, which is the main focus to why we will move. So with that being said, this was the presentation that I wanted to give, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you.